Hey guys, welcome back. In the last lecture, we fixed the tweak of blinking alert division, and in this lecture, we're gonna implement one more enhancement into our project, and that is to show the loading spinner while fetching the response from the API. We did not fill this requirement as of now because we tested everything into the development environment, but if we talk about the production environment or once our product is deployed or project is deployed, then this will definitely be required to show some loading screen to users to maintain the great user experience. Okay, because in development environment things works usually faster, but on prod fetching the response might take some time. For example, if you see, look at the select drop down now, and if I select the Ruby, you can see that we get the response quickly. If I click on the bootstrap, we get the response quickly. If I click on all, then again we get the response quickly. Okay, but if we will see this on Heroku where the project is deployed. Okay, by the way, here I just wanted to tell you that I deployed this course project on Heroku, so you can also test the working there. I will share the Heroku link of this project into the description of the lecture. Okay, so here you can see this project is deployed on the Heroku. Okay, so now if you click on, let's say, Ruby, you can see that it is taking some time and then fetching the response. Now if you click on the bootstrap, it is also taking a little bit more time than development environment, and then it is showing the alert. Now if you click on the all, then it is again taking a little bit time and then showing the responses. Okay, so this is what we need to delay or we need to avoid. Okay, and we can do this using some loading spinner. Okay, so to test that delay into the local environment or in development environment, what you can do, so just inspect the browser. Okay, and in inspect you can click on the network tab. Okay, and here you can see that disable cache and then no throttling, so you can select the speed of slow 3G. Okay, now every request will take some time. Okay, so just minimize this network tab, and now if you select Ruby, then you will see that it is taking some time, and then after some time this is showing the response or it is fetching the response. Okay, so to do that, what we need to do, we need to add a loader here that will show that something is in progress or something is going on the server. Okay, so now user will have some idea that what is going on, why it is taking time, so they will not see the blank screen. Okay, and here what we can do, so just switch to the project here. Okay, and here you can see that where we are fetching the questions or listing the questions, so we are just checking that if question list dot length is greater than 0, then we are showing the question cards, or we are showing the question cards fetched from the API, and else we are just showing as the blank screen. So what we can do here, we can add loading here. So loading, and then let's add some dots here. Okay, and now if you click on this and just make it no throttling again. Okay, and now refresh the browser. Okay, and after refreshing it again, set it to slow 3G, and now let's switch to the Ruby. Okay, so now when you click on Ruby, you can see that we are showing loading here. Now if you click on Rails, then we are showing loading here. Okay, and after some time it is showing the responses. Now if you click on the bootstrap, then it is again showing the loading, and then after some time it will show the alert box. Okay, and but the loading is still here into the, in case of when we did not get any question for the submitted tag. Okay, and if you click on the all, you can see again the loading is here, and now after some time it shows the question list. Okay, and if you click on the Ruby again, then again it is loading, and then after some time it is showing the questions list. Okay, so we need to fix this. Okay, so to display a loading spinner instead of this loading text, what we can do, we can just use the bootstrap spinners instead of this loading text. Okay, so just open the new tab, and here you can use bootstrap 5 loader. Okay, so here you can see the spinners into the bootstrap 5, and you can see that there are a lot of spinners or lot of loaders icons. You can select any of your choice. Okay, so I will choose any of I will choose the icon which is in middle of the screen. Okay, so I will choose this one. Okay, so I'm copying this, and I'm pasting it here. Okay, so let's remove this loading here now and paste it here. So first correct the indentation and remove. replace all classes with class name. Okay, save this, and now come to the browser into your application where the local host is running, and again just set it to no throttling and refresh the browser. Okay, and now just set it to slow 3G again, and when you click on the Ruby, you can see that we are displaying this loader. Okay, so let's set it to MT5 because we can have some space from the top. Okay, and now refresh the browser, and when you refresh the browser, you will see that this loader that we added here will show after taking some margin from the top. Okay, so switch to the browser again. Okay, so you can see that it is loading, so just click to no throttling. Okay, and then set it to slow 3G again, and now click on the Ruby, so you can see that it is showing some space from the top, or top from the select box. Okay, now if you click on the rails, then it will again loading. If you click on the react, it is again loading. Okay, and if you click on the all again, then it is again show some loader, and then it fetch the question list. Okay, and if you click on the bootstrap, okay, you can see that the alert boxes appear here, but the loader is still spinning, or it is still presenting on the screen, so we need to fix that as well. Okay, but before fixing that, let's fix this error that sorry, this is not the error. Let's fix this syntax. What we are doing here, that we are rendering the entire HTML snippet into the else condition or as the loader spinner. Instead, what we need to do, we must use another component or a separate component as a loader, and we can reuse that component whenever we require or wherever we require that. Okay, so first create a new component inside the component. Okay, and save that component as the loader.jsx, loader.jsx. Okay, and into that component, what you need to do, first copy these three lines, you can use them. Okay, and paste it here. Now we can remove the use state and use effect because we don't need that, and here implement your component. So const loader, and here now we just need to add the return statement here. And into this return statement, add an empty div first. Save this, and inside this div we need to display our this code, sorry, this loader code. Okay, so we can just use that. Just copy this and paste it here. Correct the indentation, save this, and now just use export default loader, export default loader, and save this. Now we need to import this loader component into the question list component. Okay, so just use it here, import from loader. Okay, and save this, and just replace this HTML snippet from here, and here what we can do, simply use the component or render the component that is loader. Okay, save this, and now when you refresh your page, first you set this to no throttling again. Okay, and now when you refresh your browser, okay, and again set this to slow 3G, and now click select the rails. Okay, you will see the loader is working and fetching some data. Select the Ruby, you will see loader is working and fetching some data. Click on React, you will see loader is working, running and fetching some data, and same is for all as well. Okay, so if you click on all again, it is fetching some data. And now if you click on bootstrap, it is loader is working, but once the alert box is here, or once the API faced, in case of alert boxes, it is not disappearing. Okay, and if you click on the JavaScript again, okay, you can see that it is still working. Okay, sorry, it is still running, so we need to fix that as well. And what we can do to fix that, we can use states into our question list component to handle the loader. Okay, so what state variable we can have, just like we use for show alert and selected option and question list. Okay, so similarly, let's add one more state variable here. Okay, and by default its value must be true. Okay, because in this page we are just fetching data when the page loads, so let's keep this loader as true. Okay, so by default we will display this spinning or running. Okay, and now what we can use here, so it show loader. Okay, and again it is set it show loader. Okay, save this. Now we need to set this loader to false once the response fetched from the server or once API return its response. Okay. So first where we can do this, so you can see that we are using the fetch question list function. So once this API fetch the result, we need to set this show loader to false. Okay, so what we can do here, just copy this line, sorry, or copy this name, set is show loader to false. Okay, so what we can do here, let's say false. Okay, and then we need to do the same thing inside our update selected item as well. Here you can see. Okay, so we just need to do the same thing here, set it show loader to false. Okay, and we need to do one more thing, that now here you can see that we are using set it show alert false. Okay, so just remove that because we don't need it now, and we can do this outside the else condition. Okay, so just use this sheet here and set it to false again and save this. But the work is still not completed here. Why? Because we just use this state variable, and we need to pass this state variable as props to the loader component. Okay, so we can use this, just copy this name, and we can pass this as a prop. So let's say it's loader, and then just pass the same name, it's show loader. Okay, now by default, once the API response is fetched, it is set to false. Okay, so what we need to do here, we need to render this inside the conditional statement, so we can use it here. And first accept the props here, props, and then not props dot it show loader. Okay, and at the question mark here, and now we need to render this div inside the if condition is true. Okay, so just close it, and we can display a blank string here or an empty string. Just save this. Okay, and now refresh your browser. Okay, so first set this to no throttling again, refresh the browser. Okay, and again set it to slow 3G, and now click on the Ruby or Rails. Okay, you will see that the loader is working while the response is fetching. Okay, and when you click on Ruby, it is again loading and fetch the, as soon as the questions fetched, the loader is not showing anymore. And if you click on the React, you will see the same process, loader is showing now, and once the API fetched the response from the backend, then it is loader is disappear again. Now when you click on the bootstrap, you can see it is showing the loader, but still we can see that this alert boxes appear here, but the loader is not disappear. Okay, so we need to make some updates into the, while where we checking the data length. So switch to the question list component again. Okay, and here you can see into the question list component, just see that what we are doing here, if data dot length equal to 0, then we are setting set it show alert to true. Okay, now what we need to do, we just need to set this it show loader to true as well. Okay, because we are using the false, we are just using the not operator here, so we will send it to true. Okay, so just set it to true. Okay, and now come to the browser and set it to no throttling and refresh the page. Okay, and once this page refreshed, again set it to slow speed, Okay, just to see that loader is showing properly. Okay, and now click on the Ruby. You will see that loader is working, and as soon as the response fetched, loader is disappear now. And now check the bootstrap. You can see the loader is working here, and as soon as we see the alert box, loader is disappear. And same for the JavaScript. You can see the loader is working here, and as soon as the alert box appear, the loader is not showing anymore. And now if you click on the rails, loader is showing here, and as soon as the response is faced from the API, loader is disappeared. Okay, so this is what we had to done. Okay, so we just fixed that. So now it's time to push the code on Heroku, and we will see everything working there. Okay, so just come to the terminal, git status, hit dot, and git commit, and then edit loading spinner, and then git push Heroku main. Okay, save this. So you can see that git push Heroku main, and the code deployment is on progress. Okay, and once the code is deployed completely, we can see everything on the Heroku, that whether the loader is working on Heroku or not. Okay, so let's wait for the code to be deployed. Okay, so you can see that this is in progress. So the code has been deployed to Heroku, and you can see that released version v8, and this is the URL where the code has been deployed. Okay, so just copy on this and open this URL into the new tab. Okay, and once this URL is loaded, we can test our loader is working or not. Okay, so now let's click on the Ruby. So we clicked on Ruby, and you can see the loader has worked. And let's click on the Rails. You can see the loader is working here as well. Let's click on React, loader is showing. And let's click on Bootstrap, loader is still showing. Let's click on JavaScript, it is showing. And when you click on all, it is still showing the loader. Okay, so now we added the spinning loader on our application successfully. Okay, so just give this lecture a try at your end. Okay, and just repeat once again that what we did. So we worked in the question list component, and we added a new component, that is loader.jsx. Okay, and here we just used our loader component, or rendered the loader component by passing a prop, that is its show loader. Okay, and you can see that we set the initial value of its show loader state to true. Okay, and once the result is fetched from the API, we set it to false. Okay, and here you can also see that set is loader false, set its show alert false. And once the data length coming as 0, or when we found no question from the API with supply tag, then we are setting both its alert show and its loader show to true. And here is the loader.jsx, you can see. So just try this lecture at your end, and let me know if you have any doubt, or if you have any question, just comment me. I will happy to help you. And we will meet into the next lecture. Till then, tata, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.